hands together for yourself. Like I said yesterday, if you clap for me this way, I will keep you malice. Put your hands together for yourself. All right, thank you very much. Some of you have been here since the first day, you've been here the second day, and today again you are here. I'd like you to know that we do not take for granted every minute that you spend in this event. And I'm very sure that this event has been quite impactful for you. You've learned so much, and today is not going to be an exception. My name is Magdalene Ologun. I'm a professional event host and compere, and I'm so privileged to be standing here in front of you today to give you this experience of the Alimosho Exhibition and Business Summit alongside my co-host, Mr. Gabriel Ogundele. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm not here to talk about AI today. I'm here to do the second best thing I love to do, which is event hosting. I'm so excited to be here, and I hope you're excited to see me also doing another thing, not AI. So thank you for joining us this morning, and we are so excited to tell you that today is going to take a different turn. It's not like yesterday. Every day at this exhibition, at this summit, is different, is unique, and is specially made for you. So I want you to sit back and enjoy the rest of the summit.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed in this program, we would like to just put out a couple of things that we refer to as housekeeping to guide us during the course of this event. One of it is for you to please put your phone on silence, just to ensure that we don't have distractions during the course of the event, or you put your phone off completely if that works fine for you. We would also like that if you would have to step out for anything at all, please do well to do that quietly so you don't disrupt the program. It's going to be an amazing program, and we don't want anybody to miss out on anything whatsoever. Also, if you would like to make use of the restroom, this is the restroom. If you're here for the first time, that's when you go out through that door. To your left is the male restroom. To your right is the female restroom. But like I said yesterday, if you're not quite sure, once you go out, you can ask anybody, and you will be well guided. Also, because this event is the first of its kind, we want everybody to know that something huge is happening here at Alimosho. And we would like for you to please engage this program on social media, which means that I would like you to take pictures of yourself, take pictures of the event, of the activities, of the exhibition, and you post on social media using the hashtag CAPSA 2025, hashtag TABIS 2025, hashtag CAPSA Summit. All right? Did you get that? Hashtag CAPSA Summit, hashtag TABIS 2025, hashtag CAPSA 2025. Put us out there, put this event out there. And lastly, from the first day, if you've been here from the first day, you will understand how engaging this program has been. Nobody goes out of this event without learning one or two things. And we want today to be a continuation of such. So we would like that you please engage, ask questions. Of course, after the first and second speaking engagement, we're going to have questions through the panel session that you can, let us know what questions you have for any of the speakers, and it will be well attended to. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again welcome you to the Alimosho Exhibition and Business Summit. The third day of it, the third experience of it, a unique experience of it. Once again, I'd like you to please put your hands together for yourself for making it to the third day of this event. I believe you can do a lot better. Do you want us to go the energy route? Do it a lot better, please. Appreciate yourself. Celebrate yourself because you deserve to be celebrated. Thank you very much.
All right, before we go further, I want us to rise and take the national anthem. Let's rise, please. The national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign in peace, oh, and these are one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before you have your seats, please, I'd like us to do something very quickly. If you were here the first day, I introduced us to something and I want us to implement it again, especially for those who are coming for the first time. So I said that I attend Calvary Bible Church, and in our church, what we do is we introduce ourselves, we greet the cross, which means you greet the person in front of you, you greet the person behind you, you greet the person to your left and the person to your right. And I told us that I wanted us in this event to introduce ourselves to the cross. And I'm going to put out a couple of things that happened that day. First off, some people greeted only one side of the cross. Secondly, some people's cross were bends, meaning instead of front, back, left, right, they were greeting like this. I don't know what kind of cross is that. So today we're going to do it better, right? Please, let's engage. We're going to do it better, right? We're going to introduce ourselves to the cross. And I also said something on that first day that this is the first of this kind of event, which means that you are pioneers by virtue of being in this event today. So you're going to introduce yourself to the cross, and you will introduce yourself and say, hello, my name is Pioneer Magdalene. Are we good? Are we ready? So please introduce yourself to the cross using the name Pioneer.
So while we're doing that, if you are this third row to my right, if you are on this row, hello, sir. Please, can you move to this other row? Yes, thank you. Yes, just move into the center row. Thank you.
Please ensure your cross is complete. No one-sided cross today. All right, thank you very much. I love how you always indulge me. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for yourself and celebrate yourselves. Put your hands together and celebrate yourselves. Thank you very much. So very quickly, we're going to be bringing up the first speaker on stage. And the first speaker is no other person than Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. Can we please put our hands together for him? So this is what it is. We are an audience that celebrates people. And I want us to do well to celebrate everybody that comes up on stage today. Everybody that comes to impact into our lives today. We could pay for this event, but yeah, we are having it for free. And like I said on the first day, you're not just coming here to have a thought-provoking summit sessions. You're also going to be having exhibition experience together with the open market experience. And you're also going to be having free of charge counseling sessions. Some of you have experienced it and you can already tell how very, very good it was. So you see all of those things put together for free. So when we say clap, clap is also free. Please clap. Clap for the organizers, clap for the speakers, clap for yourself, clap for everybody who's going to be coming here on stage today. Thank you very much. So like I said, our first speaker is Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. He's an investor, an entrepreneur, a pastor, and a philanthropist. He co-founded Pertinence Group with operations across Africa, Europe, and North America, and leads Rush Towers Limited. He also pastors Calvary Bible Church, the Festac branch, and founded the 10X Africa to help multiply their growth and impact. Through the Wisdom Ezekiel Cares Foundation, he champions education, health, and empowerment for vulnerable communities. He's the best-selling author, host of the Wisdom for Wealth series with 700 plus members, and a co-host of the Wealth Summit, which has reached over 30,000 plus participants. His influence has earned him recognition globally, including the Black History Month Award in Canada, and most exemplary co-founder in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to crave your indulgence. So please be upstanding as we bring up on stage the first speaker, Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. That is not how you clap for somebody who is about to change your perspective and change your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. All right. Good morning, everyone. I don't like your response. Good morning, everyone. Okay. we are here for a good time. Can you help me welcome somebody by yourself? Say, hello, billionaire. You are afraid of calling them billionaire. Say, hello, billionaire. Okay. All right. I want to start by, first of all, appreciating our convener and the chief host of this awesome program, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Please help me put your hands together and appreciate him, our mentor and our coach. So one of the things that gives a father great pleasure is when the father can sit down and see his children doing good. I am a bona fide son of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Please help me appreciate him once more. All right. Today, we are going to move very fast because what we are going to be discussing today has a lot to do with, for everyone who has ever started any business, what we are going to discuss today will appeal to you one way or the other. So whether you are a startup business or you are an emerging business or you are already an established business, it will affect you one way or the other. So you learn from it. So when I got this invitation to prepare this particular subject, I felt it was a very good subject to talk about. And in preparing for it, I started learning a number of things. So I'm teaching you something that I've practiced over 2 decades now, but I still learned a lot while preparing it. So please pay attention and let's see how much we can learn today. All right. So I'm going to be talking about business model that work in today's market. Business model that works in today's market. And I'm going to start by, first of all, defining what a business model is. When they say a business model, what does it mean? So a business model is a framework that outlines how a company creates, delivers, and captures value. So it's a framework that outlines how a company creates, delivers, and captures value. It describes the core elements of a business, and that includes a number of the things we are going to see. Number one, it describes the core element, which is, number one, value proposition. So let me do a little explanation before I get into the in-depth. Now, what we want to look at is an average person who have started a business, whether it is a small, medium scale, or large enterprise, all right? You want to look at what is my business model? Because many of us would have probably attended some business meetings or some investors meeting, and they ask you that kind of question, that what's your business model? Now, what they are trying to ask you is, how do you create value? How do you capture value? How do you ensure that your business is able to penetrate into the society? And what value are you delivering and what value comes back to you? So it's more like an exchange. I'm presenting value to you, but I'm also deriving value from what I'm presenting. So that model is what makes a business strong. And if you look at many businesses that have either succeeded or failed, many of them will be traceable to their business model. And we're going to review a number of them today. So one thing I want you to do is don't try to just grasp everything I'm going to say. I want you to grab it in light of your own business. So as I'm talking, be looking at it in the light of your own business. That what is my own business model? we have quite a number of people exhibiting here, and maybe one of the persons who is exhibiting is a fashion designer, all right, who have designed clothes. We want to know what is the business model of the fashion designer. How has the fashion designer structured their business so that they can capture value, all right? So that's what we want to look at. So number one is that you need to look at your value proposition, the unique benefit that you offer to the public. What's that unique benefit? What's that solution that your business is bringing to the public? I think while I was waiting for the class to start, a young man was engaging me at the studio there, and he started asking me some questions that he wanted to go into a certain business, and he needed more like, what can I tell him? What counsel can I give him? And I started asking him questions to expose some things. And by the time I asked him 2-3 questions, I saw that he needed to understand the industry that he's playing in. And I did 2 recommendations to him. I said, number one, go and do enough research about your industry before you start. I'm not saying get everything, but have enough knowledge about it. Number 2, get into the industry. You can't solve a problem that you don't understand. Because if you're a medical doctor and somebody comes to you and say, I don't understand what is wrong with me, and you now say, okay, don't worry. When you can't understand what is wrong with you, let's just give you Panadol. Something will just happen. You probably will kill the person. Why? You don't understand the problem, so you can't solve the problem. So that's why doctors will take time to ask you questions, understand your problem before they administer any medication. So one of the things you need to do for your business is to really understand how is your business unique. What is that uniqueness? What is that value that you are bringing to the table? You can't just say, I'm in business. And when they say, what do you do in business? You say, I just solve every problem. Anything you bring to me, I can do it. I don't know whether you have interviewed people before and you ask them, what can you do? And they say, anything. Anything is nothing. In fact, the more things you do, all right, as a person, the less effective you can be. But the more things you master and become a professional in, the more valuable you become. If you get into the medical field, I don't know why I'm using medical field this morning a lot. If you get into the medical field, there are people they call general practitioners, all right? But in general practitioner, it means that somebody can have headache, it will come to you. Somebody have fever, the person will come to you, and all of that. You administer generally. Well, those people they are okay. But the people that earn the very solid resources from the medical industry are people who are now become specialists. When they refer you to those kind of people, just to do consultation alone is an amount. I was to go and do ENT, that's ear, nose, and throat, all right? I was to go and do, and they referred me to a specialist. Just to see the specialist, I know how much I paid. Just to talk to the specialist. And the more you specialize, the more people can look at you and say, yes, this person is a professional and you are highly placed. Now, this borders on both business people and also professionals who are in career pursuit, all right? So what is that unique benefit that people derive in your business? Number 2 is, what is the target market that you are pursuing? Everybody cannot be your customer. In fact, anytime I hear that somebody is in business and I ask you, who are your target market? Say everybody. Then I know that you have not done enough. Especially for a startup. You can't serve everybody. All right? You can't serve everybody. When you say everybody, does that include Dangote? Does that include Otedola? Does that include me? Or Dr. Olumide Emmanuel? It can't be everybody. Because there are people that will never come across your business. There's nothing you want to do. Even Dangote himself does not serve everybody. Before he could serve the extent of people that he's serving today, he has modeled that business for a very long time. So you can't say you are serving everybody. You must have specific market target that you are targeting for you to be effective as a business person. So what's the target market? What's that market that you are targeting? And there are several kind of market segmentation that you can do to determine your market, your target market. We may not have time to be able to do a lot of that. Number 3 is revenue stream. How do you plan to make money from this business? Because your business model is what helps us to know how you plan to make money from the business. One of the things that we have done over the years is try to pitch investors. And if you try to pitch investors, one of the questions they will ask, one of the most interesting questions for an investor is, how do you plan to make money? You are asking us for money. You want to invest money into your business. But we want to know, how do you plan to make money? Because if you are not making money, then you are probably not in business. So you want to look at, how do you plan to make money? What's the revenue stream, of that business? How will you generate income? How will those income be distributed across your value chain? Number 4, what is the cost structure? How do you arrive at the amount you sell your goods? What is the cost structure? The way you arrive at the amount you sell your goods matters a great deal. It will determine how you are able to attract customers. And I'll give you some examples. When you are selling to the mass market, all right, mass market may not pay you premium. All right? So there are different levels of I'll give it as a ladder. When you come to the market, the ladder, the higher you climb, the smaller it becomes. It's more like the way you fly. When you are flying, the higher you fly, the smaller things become. You now start seeing things small, So the higher you climb, the smaller it becomes. So the people at the lower ladder does not have those kind of resources that will be able to buy premium things. So if your target market are people who are at the lower ladder, then you have to be somewhat affordable. But if you now want to grow big as an organization, then you now need to go mass. That's why they call it mass market. You can't be in mass market, you are affordable, yet you are not selling much. So in designing that business model of pricing, you have to ensure that, okay, if I'm going to serve the masses, then I must ensure that I have mass patronage. Okay? So it's part of the things that you need to consider when designing the cost structure of your business. Next, key activities. This refers to the essential actions and processes that a company will undertake on a regular basis. What are the activities you will be doing in this company? These activities can include production, marketing, sales, identifying and optimizing the functions of that particular market. So what are the things you'll be doing to ensure that you sustain competitiveness and take advantage of the market? So that is also a very essential one. I'm rushing because of our time. Then the next one is key resources. What are the key resources that you'll be requiring? So key resources are the assets and the capabilities that are required to execute a business model. Now, you are talking about human resources. You are talking about leveraging on several resources that you have available to you. You are talking about things that can help you scale and all of that. What are the key resources? And that also include having what we call stakeholder analysis. Because I see people who want to do business, conquer the world, but they have not conquered their backyard. There are a lot of people who want to conquer the world, but they have not conquered their backyard. Especially most of the young people we have nowadays. Because of the advent of social media, internet, and all of that, they see a lot of things. So when they are designing business plan, they are not even designing for Nigeria. Nigeria is too small a market for them. They want to conquer the world, but they have not even taken time to conquer their environs. And that's very important. Then the last one is key partnership that you intend to get. Now, what are the key partnership? And these are strategic partnership that you will get involved in, collaborations and somewhat business relationship. I've come to realize that many of us who claim to be in business, we focus more on products and the services. We don't focus on the relationship that are surrounding the product and services. There are things you can get away with if you have relationship. There are things that can get better if you have a leverage. Somebody wants to start a real estate company, but you don't have the resources to start. Or you even have little resources. Rather than starting small, you can leverage on existing real estate companies to start somewhat big. And you look big in the eyes of the public, but you and I know that you are small, but you look big in the eyes of the public because of leveraging. So having said that, let's look at the importance of a well-defined business model. Number one, it gives clarity, purpose for your business. It makes that business very clear. You are not confused about what you want to deliver. You are not confused about it. Let me tell you something. The more you work and rework your business model, the better your chances of having a great business outcome. Pertinence Group has been in business now for, this is our 14th year, going to 14 years. And at every point in time, we keep reworking the business model. Okay, this particular model is no longer working. What can we change? This particular market system is no longer working. What can we change? So you need to always constantly rework your business model. So how do you ensure clarity? Number one, you need to define your vision and your mission. It's not just having a vision statement that you typed in and ChatGPT gave you vision statement. No. Every vision statement that ChatGPT gives to you, you must do an alignment. Does it align with what is in your heart? Because business is both internal and external. If what is external does not align with what is internal, it can be a problem. You know, when you are communicating the business vision, you must communicate it from your heart. As an investor, when you are communicating your business, I know when you are serious. Because investors will first buy you before they buy your business. In fact, most investors that were scammed in the funding era of Nigeria, that was in the last maybe 5 years, all right? Most of the businesses that were scammed, or most of the investors that were scammed, were investors who invested in products rather than investing in people. You need to invest in people, is the person. How will a vehicle not have an accident? Many factors will contribute to that. But imagine a vehicle, fine BMW, 2025 model, with all kinds of functions, but being driven by a drunkard. It is bound to have an accident. How many of you will be traveling and you get to the park, and while you are about taking a bus, you saw a particular man who was drinking. He already had like 6 bottles in front of him. He was on the 7th bottle. All right? And he's there drinking. And you were already seated inside the bus. And all of a sudden, you saw the person dangling. And the person enters the bus. Brand new bus. AC. Everything well fitted. And they say, don't worry about the driver. He has been driving for 35 years. But he's drunk. But don't worry. In fact, when he's drunk, he drives best. How many of you enter that vehicle? You will not enter. Why? The person involved is not the kind of person. So your vision has to be something that comes from you. So that when you are presenting it to investors, you are presenting it with all boldness and confidence. If they wake you up in the morning, you can talk about the vision. Not that we wake you up, you say, where's ChatGPT? Let him come and remind me of what he wrote in that vision. I don't even understand. So your vision, your mission, what is that? Then identifying opportunities and challenges. There are many of us who have several opportunities around our business that we have not dived into. We have not taken advantage of the opportunities, and we don't even evaluate any challenge. Especially Christians. Say, what is the challenge? How have you been able to look at all the challenges that this business will bring? Say, no, God is in control. And they will use things like it is well. And they will cover everything. There's challenges, so there are challenges. I remember a particular business we wanted to do, and we did a lot of research. Even with all the research, we still ran into trouble. Imagine we didn't do research at all. So ensure that you are a very resourceful person when it comes to researching. Then develop strategies for the growth and profitability of the business. So it helps you to develop, strategies for the growth of the business, helps you to make informed decisions about investments and resource allocation and all of that. So let's quickly examine some business models that exist in the world. And I'm using companies that are well established all over the world. Number one is Walmart. What is the business model of Walmart? Now, whatever I'm going to tell you is just like a summary. You can go and do your in-depth research about Walmart or whatever company you want to do their business model. You go and look at it. And let me also give you an advice. Every time you are going to design a business model for your business, look for similar businesses in your field or in your industry and do comparative analysis. Then that can help you coin out something that will be unique. You get what I'm talking about? So don't just go and say, I want to go into grocery business. You have never understudied Walmart. How will you understand the kind of business model that can work? Because these ones are already working models that you can adapt, refine, and deploy into your own business. So let's look at Walmart. Number one is that Walmart has low pricing as one of their major model. So what they say is, look, come into Walmart, you will buy things at low prices. So you want to look into your own business. What is that thing that you can assure customers that when you deal with me, this is the value you will get? Number two, Walmart boasts of excellent service. If you have ever read The Walmart Way by, I think it was written on his behalf, that's the founder of Walmart, which is Sam Walton. Sam Walton. It was written on his behalf, but I read that book maybe like 15 years ago, and I've read it like 3 or 4 times, and this man, when he started Walmart was started in more like the place where most people will not want to start those kind of businesses. So he went to the hinterlands of the United States to go and start most of those shops. But he was assuring them that when you come in here, low pricing, but most importantly, top-notch customer service. Normally, in America, tips are normal, all right? It's the normal thing. In fact, some of them will even ask you for it, all right? They say, give me tips, In fact, when you go and eat in an average restaurant in America, it's like a fee that you must pay. It's optional, really, but it's more like it's the condition, is the norm, is the tradition, all right? But Sam Walton said, in Walmart, there will be no tips. Don't collect tips from our customers. It's part of the things that we believe. Don't collect tips from customers. When customer gives you a tip, tell them, no, we don't do that in Walmart. So that's a business model. top customer service. And the man brags on high efficiency, top-notch efficiency. One of the things you know about him is that he will go to different stores. Every store that he can find is one of the, in fact, I think he holds the Guinness record of the person that has walked into the most stores. He will walk into both big, small, medium stores, and he will learn something from it. There was one particular store that he walked into, and the person who was with him said, "Sir, there's nothing to learn here. We are better than these people." He said, "No, did you notice their shelf? That shelf is better than our own shelf." So, see, whether the business is good or bad, there's something to learn from it. So the man has efficiency. Why? Because he was able to learn from other people's business. So what are you learning? What are you picking? When you come to conferences like this, it is time to pick things and go and improve them. What will make you a world champion is that you have improved on what others have done consistently. Number 2 is Costco. I personally love the Costco model. I love the Costco model. What do? Wholesale. They came to the market and said, "Look, we are not going to do just retail. We're not doing retail. We are doing wholesale. If you are coming to Costco, come and buy wholesale. Come and buy at wholesale price." I'm still looking for anybody in Nigeria that can pioneer the Costco model. I think it's something that I'm also thinking of. That can pioneer the Costco model. Wholesales. Where I know that I'm an end user, but yet I want to buy things on wholesale. In Costco, when you want to buy toothpaste, you buy the pack. And in the pack, there can be 6 in it. But you can be sure that it's cheap. It's cheaper than when you go to other stores to go and buy a single one. I used to buy honey. The honey I buy, there are 6 in a pack like this. Once I buy it, it will stay there for a long time. Sometimes they won't get spoiled. I say, all this Costco thing. You want to buy tissue paper, the tissue paper is in pack. Everything is together. It's because it's wholesale. So what some people do is that when you have smaller stores, some people even go to Costco to go and buy and come and sell in smaller stores in small quantity. But Costco said, "Look, we don't sell retail, we sell wholesale." Number 2, Costco decided to do a membership subscription kind of system. So it means that for you to buy from us in Costco, you need to be our member. So apart from making money from what you buy in wholesale, they also make money from membership. There are people who will be members of Costco system and they will probably not shop more than 2 or 3 times in a year. But yet, Costco is making money from membership renewal every year. Then they have private labeling. So when you get into Costco, there are a number of the things that they sell that are produced for them. So they can get to a company and say, this company wants to produce, but everything you are producing is for Costco. Brand it for Costco. And they have it. It's part of their model. So because of that, they enjoy high turnover. I have never seen any Costco in all the places I've ever lived that you get to and you don't see people. Before I still came back on this my trip, I went 9 a.m. in the morning. Everywhere is jam-packed. People are buying. What are you people buying? I was telling my wife, I said, what are they buying? She said, you too, what are you buying? What did you come to buy? The same thing you came to do is what they came to do. It's a unique model. Then we go to Amazon. Amazon looked at everybody. Everybody was having stores. And he said, look, I don't want to have stores. Rather, I want to have warehouses. And I want to deliver online. So Amazon built one of the largest online stores in the entire world. In fact, I think they are the largest. All right? Online stores, shipping. Now, they have a shipping company that has now been one of the biggest shipping companies in the world today because of that model. They now went into subscription. One of the things they did, they discovered that when you subscribe to a thing, you don't want to leave it. You want to maximize whatever you subscribe for. For instance, I'm a Prime member. I have Prime membership. Because I have Prime membership, I want to ensure that everything I buy through Costco through Amazon, because they have promised that if I'm a Prime member, what it means is that anything I buy, I can enjoy free shipping or discounted shipping. So because of that, I'm always going to buy on Amazon. If you touch my phone now, Amazon is one of the most visited apps that I visit when it comes to online shopping. So they have subscription model. They even now have models where people can plug into Amazon. You now as a business person, you have a product, you can plug into Amazon and you are selling on Amazon. And you sell based on two models, both subscription. So if you subscribe and you are paying monthly subscription, Amazon does not share profit with you. But if you don't subscribe and you want to be selling on Amazon, as long as you are selling on Amazon, whatever you sell, Amazon takes a particular percentage, you take the rest. What a fantastic model. And they have onboarded millions of people. No wonder the guy became one of the richest people in the world. The next one is McDonald's. McDonald's has a very, very unique business model. Can somebody tell me, what does McDonald's do? What do they sell? Burger. Is it only burger they sell? No. But that's what they project. In fact, many years ago, they asked the man a question that what is the real business of McDonald's? He said, people think we sell burgers, but our real business is real estate. That's their real business. That's why almost everywhere you see McDonald's, they own the land, they own the entire facility. Because their real business is what? Real estate. If you go and watch the movie, the McDonald's movie, you almost cry. I hope you know that McDonald's is owned by two brothers, Mark and Donald. All right? But somebody came and bought over the company from them. And at the end of that movie, I almost cried for the two brothers. When the guy was successful in his acquisition, you know what he told them? He said, do you know what is unique about McDonald's? The two brothers were looking at him. He said, the name sounds very good, McDonald's. And the guy walked away. And the two brothers were almost crying. Hope you know that Gucci is a family name. And as we speak, no member of the Gucci family owns a single shares in Gucci. Greed and recklessness, they lost the entire company. By the time the thing entered the second generation, they were done. It didn't get to the third generation. And Gucci was a young man, and his brother started Gucci. And they were doing very well. But that's why you are raising businesses. Please be raising children too. If you intend to hand over those businesses to them. Or else, may they not use your business to do gamble. So McDonald's, they do franchise. So franchising. Most of the McDonald's you see scattered all over the world are franchises of McDonald's, all right? And they are heavily into real estate. They boast of speed in delivery. So you order something here now at the window when you are going through driveway. When you order something, before you get to the other place, your food is ready. And you're wondering, how did they make it happen? They built a system to ensure that within 5 minutes, you can order and get your thing and get out. That's why speed. You want to eat fast breakfast, get to McDonald's. It's just that what you'll be eating will also be very fast in your system. The next one, then they also boast of affordability. That's their business model. Then the next one is Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform that gives people opportunity to come together. Say, come, you have a product, come and put it on Shopify. We'll give you all the tools that you will need. You don't need a website, you don't need anything. Just come. Everything you need is on Shopify. You can start your business and finish it on Shopify. That's the way it is. So the boast of e-commerce, heavy subscription, have an ecosystem that is scalable, that helps you to scale your business. And you can do subscription and get on. Then we have Meta, the owners of Facebook and all of that, adverts and all of that. Because of our time, Uber is one that I also like so much. Uber is the largest transport company in the world, but yet they don't have a single taxi. What did they do? They built a platform, and their platform helps all drivers and their taxis to navigate and get customers. Just building platforms. So you need to look at your business model and see whether, am I even cut out to do this business? Am I not cut out to just build platform for people who are in the business? Then you look at Netflix, it's also a platform. Then let me go to Pertinence, which is a real estate company. One of the things we started with, the first business model we designed was affordability. There are many people who want to buy into real estate, but they can't afford it. So we created our own real estate to be affordable. Not just affordable, we made it accessible, such that you can buy the real estate company, you are buying properties cheap, but yet you are also leveraging on the long-term payment plan that makes it very easy for you. So I remember those days when I go to embassies to go and maybe apply for visa, and they say they need statement of account. When I carry statement of account like this, it can be embarrassing. There was one, I was in the UK embassy, UK submission center to submit. I carried 2 envelopes, big envelope. What is there? Is statement of account. The guy asked me, he said, what is there? I said, statement of account. He said, no, I don't need everything. Just give me the top, the middle, and the last copy. I said, no, this is, he said, no, it's too big. Why? Because of the model we designed, every month people pay 10,000. Those days, 10,000. Every end of the month, we have thousands of people paying 10,000. You need to go and rethink your business model. If what you are doing now is not working, there is something faulty about your business model. You need to retweak it. So we also are into wealth creation. We tell people that we are an enterprise development and people empowerment company. So our business is not even real estate. Our business is empowering people. So we have gone from real estate to fintech to a lot of the things we are doing now, and it's all in the bid to empower people. And over the years, we have had a lot of people empowered through our system. Then let me talk about our latest baby, which is called Genius by PettySave. So we have a bank, a microfinance bank, and we have decided to build this particular application to help people solve one particular problem we have been able to solve in our own organization. So while we started up as a business, we discovered that people will encourage you to save as an individual. Say, oh, but if you are not saving, you are not saving. Oh, please start saving. You hear that a lot. But how many people tell you to save as a business? Not many people. But your business is an entity. So your business needs to save. So let me start by sharing some testimony. The bank, the money we use to get the license of the bank, the tier that we are requires 200 million minimum capital to be able to get. The money was savings. First of all, it was supposed to be 50 million. Before we knew it, central bank said, no, where we are is supposed to be 200 million. That we should give them the remaining 150 million within maybe 2 weeks. And we just looked at our savings. So yeah, liquidate this, liquidate that, so yeah, put it there, and we are done. Savings as a business can help you. There's a particular hotel we have now in somewhere in Ayekteju towards Ibejuleki. That hotel was bought with savings. We were just saving money. What we did was to make it automated. We told the bank every day, remove so and so amount from our account and put it into this account for us. As they were doing it, we were looking out for opportunities. That was what we did to be able to buy that hotel. So the business model for this particular application we are building is to help individuals and most especially corporate organizations to save money. So we call it transactional saving. As you are transacting through our model, you are saving. So we have also built a marketplace where while you are selling using our marketplace, so you can go and list your product on our marketplace. Our guys are here. If you see anybody wearing the Genius t-shirt, you can meet them. Now, while you are listing your product on the marketplace, people are transacting with you. you would have set a particular percentage that will be deducted from that transaction. So that transaction, you don't even need to stress. It is being deducted from where? Transactions. And you are saving. You will be shocked at how much you can save as a business. I run a particular business, and that business is struggling. But recently, the manager was telling me, he said, sir, we have some money in savings. So I said, that's true. Because I did mandatory. I told them, you must save every month. And they were saving every month. The money we have now, there's an asset they want to acquire. That's the money they want to use to acquire those assets. This is what we call business model. Everybody is doing lending. Everybody is doing a lot of things. We decided to say, how can we help businesses save and access some little capital, revolving credits? There's a difference between loan, that's the normal traditional loan, and revolving credit. Revolving credit is if you borrow money and you pay it within that cycle of time, maybe it's 30 days cycle, you don't pay interest. And that's part of the feature we have on that application. But this is a business model that is unique in today's world. And that's why we are unique. I thought somebody wanted to clap for us. My time is fast spent. Let me quickly rush. These are some of the things that you must consider in being able to design an effective business model that will work in the 21st century. These are the things you should design. Number one is speed. Today is no longer slow and consistent win the race. Now lie yo. It is fast and consistent. You know, before that we used to say slow and steady win the race. No, if you are slow and you are steady, they keep shifting the goalposts. You will never get there. So speed is one of the major things you need to be able to have a solid business model that can do very well. So put in your notes, I need to introduce speed to my business model. Number two, you need affiliates. You cannot survive in today's world if you don't have thousands and millions of people who are representing you everywhere, where you are the only one benefiting from your business. No other person is benefiting. How do you function? How do you structure your business that people can benefit so that they can become your extension, so that they can become your mouthpiece when you are not there? So affiliates is one major thing you must build. You must build a network. Next one is technology. And I will not even just say technology. I say technology. Somebody say technology. You cannot afford not to have the right technology in today's market. There are two things you can do. It's either you leverage on an existing technology to power your business, or you build your own technology. And today we have quite a number of technology that is available that you can leverage on to build your business. Don't tell me we are getting there. You are not in any tech platform, then you are joking. People live, people sleep, wake up, die, resurrect on their phone. So any business you are doing that people cannot access on their phone, you are joking. In today's world, you are joking. The next one is platforms. So I recommend you can build a platform. If you can't afford to build a platform, leverage on an existing platform. The next one is automation. You have to ensure that your business is automated. I am in South Africa. You are in Nigeria. How do we do business if there's no automation? You are not there. You are sleeping. If your business is not functional while you are asleep, then you will not make money while you are sleeping. And wealthy people are people who make money while they are sleeping. A wealthy person said that if you need to be awake to make money, then you will never be able to sleep all the rest of your life to make the kind of money you need to make. So you need to automate your system in such a way that when you are asleep, that business is functional. The next one, subscription, is a very powerful tool that you can use to ensure that you have your business working 24/7. Can you design a subscription base that people can leverage on your business? I'm rushing it, so I don't have time to explain. Let me just mention them. The next one is funding. How are you positioning your business for funding? That's a whole long explanation on its own. Then, is your business customer-centric? Can you boast of having excellent customer service in your business. Then your business must be mobile. People must carry your business on their pockets. So everywhere people go, your business is in their pocket. Some of you are sitting down today, you are carrying my business on your pocket. That's the way it should be. People should carry your business in their pockets. The media, you can't go wrong with media. In today's age, you are not doing media, you are going wrong. Then your business must go viral. Look at a model that you can put in place that can help your business go viral. Then don't joke with database. You joke with database, you are destroying your business. Even church, Dr. Lumide Emmanuel will say, hey, don't make the mistake we made when we were starting ministry. You capture data and ensure that you put it together. If church is capturing data, analyzing data, and using data to make decisions, imagine you as a business, you are not capturing any data. As you are here, any customer that comes to buy from you, you are supposed to take their phone number, take their email address, take whatever you can get. Why? For constant purchase, so that you can analyze the data and be able to reach the business. In conclusion, build a sustainable business model that creates real value today in today's market. So adapt all the things that we have talked about and you will have a very successful business. We could have done more, but for the brevity of time that we have. Thank you very much for listening to me. I appreciate you. Before I go, let me quickly just introduce some of our books that is available today. This one is The Pertinence Way, our partnership story. If you want to learn about the Pertinence business model, it is here. You can learn all about the Pertinence business model. It is written here. This one is called The Real Money of Lagos, How We Made Money in Lagos. All right? Many people are in this book. Dr. Lumide Emmanuel is in this book in a way. Many of us, all the things that they have contributed, we have put it together in a book, how we used all those things to make money in Lagos. This is one of it. Then this is my newest book. It's called How to Have a Happy New Year. Pastor Lumide will say, the fact that you said Happy New Year does not mean that the year will be happy. So how do you have a Happy New Year? So I decided to write a book about it. And this here, I outline many of the things I do between November and January to ensure that my year is very effective. I documented them in this book. You want to get a copy because the new year is about to emerge and you want to be well positioned. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let's put our hands together again for Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. How was that? Fantastic. Someone said cocastic. Thank you so much for sharing such wisdom. Imagine wisdom coming from a wise man. You don't expect anything less than wisdom. In fact, he gave us rare wisdom that we can only get in places like this. In places like this. So right now, going on as fast as we can, we want to invite some of our premium exhibitors to come tell us about their business. So business adverts for exhibitors. The first exhibitors I'm calling is the Ifi Sapat Concept. Let's put our hands together for them as they come share what the business is about and the value their business is offering. Put your hands together.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Omishakin Oluwatosin, and just as he rightly said, our brand name is Stapat Ifi Concept. So as you can see there, we are into promotional items. We are into branding. Example of what I'm wearing is what we made. We're into monogram. We're into promotional gifts. We're also into we're also into office equipment, and we have a sister company in Stapat Ifi Concept, and it's called Tote Bag by Stapat. And as you can see over there, we have various types of bags. We have the cabin bag, we have medium, we have large, And we have mini, just as I'm carrying. And we also have a bag called duffel bag, very durable, and it's very amazing for travelers. You like to travel, our bag is very much available for you. We have leather, we have a lower price, you know. Expensive is relative, so we have a particular price for people that can, you know, sorry, you get, I'm sure you get what I'm talking about. And also, our products and services, just like I said, we're also into lunch boxes, school bags, side bags. We're also into, we've had clients, reputable clients come partner with us. We've worked with FCMB, we've worked with Etisalat, we've worked with Nestle, we've worked with a lot of brands, and we hope that you come along and patronize us now and even beyond. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's put our hands together for her. She did a good job, right? Yeah. Please, after now, kindly go to their stand and see their products, see the brands, and patronize them. Are we going to do that? All right. So after the second speaker, we'll be having a panel session where you can ask them questions, just as we've been doing since Wednesday. So if you have questions, please write them down. And if you want to ask in person, we'll have that opportunity for limited persons. But please, I will encourage you to have it written down, so we'll read it to them during the panel session. So, secondly, I want us to welcome one of our premium exhibitors, the male beddings. Let's put our hands together for them as they come. Let's put our hands together for them, shall we? The more you clap, the faster they come.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Precious, and today I'll be representing Damel Interiors. I'm also here to tell you guys what Damel Interiors is all about and what we do in Damel Interiors. I'm here to tell you guys of Damel Interiors and what we do in Damel Interiors. In Damel Interiors, we don't just deliver beautiful homes, we deliver functionality, comfort, and a home or a space that feels just like you, because at the end of the day, that's what interior design is all about. It needs to feel like you, it needs to feel right. Our stand is by my right, the very first stand by your entrance while you just walk in. And, sorry. I'm so sorry, I'm a bit tense, and I hope you guys get what I'm talking about. And for the most important reason why I'm here, I want to let you guys know that we offer consultations. You could hire us to fix your space or to also consult us, because there are some people that have eyes for details. They feel like they can do it, but you probably need some, or you have some questions, or you need somebody to put you through on what to do. We offer that as well. And in Damel Interiors, we pride ourselves to be reliable and, competent in our jobs, because we don't just finish your designs and leave it to you. We put you through. We stand by and wait for your feedback. So if there's any need to change anything or fit anything to just fit your preference, we're there for you. And because, if you're not comfortable in your design, then it's really not worth it. So you guys can, take advantage of the ongoing sales, and because we're having like really great discounts on really nice interior items, from center rugs, tables, plants, artifacts, name it, diffusers, and all of that. Really nice things that are going to take your space from 0 to 1,000. And yeah, So you could buy 1, 2, or 1 million from us today, and I'll be at the stand waiting for you. And if there are any further questions that you have, you could come meet us by our stand and we'll answer them for you. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Or. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we'll move quickly to our second session. And it's with great honor I'm introducing him this morning. Our next speaker is Dr. Olumide Oladapo Emmanuel, popularly known as the Common Sense Guru. He is one of the world leading relationship experts, motivational speaker, and wealth creation agent with over 30 years of transforming lives and transforming destinies. As a Harvard-trained leader with an executive MBA, he's also a best-selling author with over 65 books to his name. He's a media personality, the global president of the Billionaires Conclave, and the CEO of the Common Sense Group. His influence spans religion, business, and the marketplace. And this is for sure. No one encounters him and remain the same. With great honor, with great pleasure, with a standing ovation, let's make welcome Dr. Olumide Emmanuel.
You guys know? Okay, yeah, good. So much to offload. We don't have too much time, so I'm going to rush because I'm actually supposed to be leaving by 12 for another meeting. I have like 3 meetings today, but let's see how far we can go. I think I can push till 12:30. Okay. So let's celebrate Pastor Wisdom for that session. Let's celebrate him. It's an amazing session, and we're all rushing. So many things to offload. Now, how many of you have been in my sessions since we started? So we've had it. So now let's go to another topic. We finished the first one, right? So let's now look into why businesses fail. Why businesses fail. Why businesses fail. That's going to be my focus. And it's very important for us to learn this because regardless of where you are in business or the level you're operating in business, you need to make sure that you ensure your business from failing. Why businesses fail. Now, we have heard these statistics over and over again, and many times I keep asking myself, is it really true? Is this still true? Has it changed? And we hear over and over again that over 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Over 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. It is now said that over 80% of those businesses that have survived the first 5 years also fail. So it means that by the time you see a businessman or a businesswoman that says that I've been in business for 10 years, I've been in business for 15 years, there are things they have gone through, there are things that they know that many people have not gone through and many people don't know. Man of God. So let's appreciate Reverend Chris Okafor. So it means that there are many things they have gone through. So that's one of the reasons why we need mentorship. When someone has gone through what you have not gone through, you need to sit down and learn from them because there are things you will not learn in a book. I'm telling you, you can go to all the business schools in the world, you can go for all the seminars in the world, you can read all the books in the world. Even business plan don't go according to plan. There are things that it is when you enter market that the market will school you. That's when life will teach you. So that's why you need. So let's run through a few of the reasons why businesses fail. Number one, a lot of businesses fail because of a lack of a strong vision and purpose. Lack of strong vision and purpose. Lack of strong vision and purpose. When you study people in this part of the world, majority of them go into business for survival reasons. A lot of people go into business for what? For survival reason. What will I eat? What will I drink? How will I take care of my family? And a survival mindset cannot build a transgenerational business. So when you go into business because you just want to survive, so that you can have money to take care of yourself, it therefore means that any little trouble, any little challenge, I can't come and kill myself. You will find out that because you don't have a strong enough purpose, you don't have a strong enough vision, then you are going to give up by the way. Number two, failure to organize little details. All these are in the School of Money book, so you can go to our stand there and go and get any of the materials. Failure to organize little details. Now, big doors swing on small hinges. And many times, a lot of people take a lot of things for granted. As big as this all is, if there is a little hole in the roof and it begins to leak and you ignore it, what happens? With time, the hole will become wider. One day, it might be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, the whole place will be flooded. When you have a boat sailing on the sea and there is a hole in the boat and you refuse to take care of it, one day, water will come into the boat, you will sink. So a lot of businesses take things for granted. Little things, little things. And before you know it, it gets into a big thing. On Monday, I went on a tour of different locations with 26 of my staff, because I've told them over and over again, you guys need to go on excursion at least twice in a year. Don't just sit down thinking that because you are working with Olumide Emmanuel, then you are the best thing in the world. No, there are many people doing amazing stuff that you guys need to be inspired. So that when I'm talking, as I go around the world, when I come back and I'm telling you, you have not gone around the world. But when you go around Nigeria, you will see some powerful things. So we went on a tour on Monday to different organizations, different projects, different locations. And one of the locations we went to is a resort owned by one of my guys. And this resort is top-notch. Now, I knew that it was big. I knew they were doing a lot of stuff. But what I did not know was the fact that it was not actually an open resort. I didn't know, because when I told him we're coming, he said, when are you coming? I'm like, I'm just coming for a excursion anytime. He said, no, let me know when you are coming. So I told him when I was coming. Then he said, how many people are coming with you? I'm like, it's not I'm just coming. I don't want any paparazzi. Just come in, look at it. So I told him like 20-something people. Then on the day of the meeting, he now sent me a message. Where are you now? I said, I said, oh, boy, I'm on the road. It's 7 a.m. We have just left. I said, I told you I'll be there around 12. It's okay. So when it was around 9, so are you around? I said, I've gone to 2 places already. You are number 4 on my list. So I was like, okay. So when I now finally got there, because they kept telling us, so we got there. When I got there, he now told me, he said, sir, when he took order, he now said, the reason why I kept asking is because there is no way they will allow you to enter if I'm not here. He said, because this is a subscription model. And he started mentioning, he said, the governor is a member, Dangote is a member, Otedola is a member, Dantata is a member. He was mentioned, he said, so nobody can enter here if you are not a member. So the only way you can enter this place is if you are a member or a member brings you. No, don't forget what I'm talking about, little details. He says, so because you are my mentor, they know you, we know you. If I allow you to enter without me, I'm sending a message to them that even though there is a policy, there are some people above the policy. See, and I don't want to send that message because if I'm not around now, they too can bring their brother, bring their uncle, and say, oh, God brought his mentor without. So I am a member, so you are coming because you are now my guest. That's so we enter. They say, okay, we need to finish phase 1. We have to go for breakfast. He said, no, it's part of anybody that enters here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is part of the package. So we took breakfast. Though. We went. He said, no, I said, no, we have to walk. We must eat the lunch. All of us. So when he was talking about business model, real estate, this real estate, all of us, they do. I said, no wonder. When I was reading the last book, he mentioned your place. I was like, why are they mad? He said, no, he's a member. They are all here every weekend. They are all here. They don't want any crowd. It's exclusive. Hello? Now, why was he doing that? It's a little detail. You can say, oh, this is my mentor. He's a man of God. Let's just let him enter. Hey, let him enter. That little thing he's doing, he will not know the effect he can have on that business. People can now think they can do it by themselves. I've never shot gun before in my life. On Monday, I said, so this is gone? He said, no, this is, yeah, let's go and kill something. When I shot the first one, shot this one, he said, he said, let's go. I said, no. I said, my brain cannot capture it. Because in one of my estates where I have, security, I know how much we are buying bullets. So when they bring the budget of bullets, so I was not, I said, you will 1 year, 70,000, 70,000, I say, so my brain was not, I said, I need to recalibrate my brain. I come on, you 70,000, like, By the time you do 10, 700K, Hello? Failure to what? Organize little details. It's end of the month, you are not paying your staff. You say it doesn't matter, they understand. Or you are balling around town. It may look little, but look those little things. Somebody steals money, you say, let's forgive him. 2 people are fighting in the office, you left them. Say, don't worry, settle it. No query, no discipline. All those little things you are doing, there are reasons why a lot of people get into trouble. Number 3, lack of staff loyalty. One of the greatest blessings you can have is to have faithful staff. Staff loyalty. Staff loyalty. Staff loyalty is very important because it can ruin your business. I have been a victim. I've been defrauded to the tune of billions. My staff have stolen money at a point. They were using my office to do other businesses. Over 240 million gone. At a point, they opened a different account. They were collecting money, writing receipts. It was entering a different account. At a point, it's still terrible. We had a meeting one time after discovering some fraud, because in those days we used to print receipts. We print plenty to be there. So they went into the receipt booklet with the connivance of the account, took a booklet that we have not yet gotten to, and then they were issuing receipts and collecting money. By the time we found out, we sat down. I will never forget that day till I die. I was sitting down, my lawyer was sitting down, general manager, accountants, and 2 policemen. And we sat down discussing how we are going to arrest the 2 people. And we agreed that by 5 a.m., the police will be there to carry them. We left the office around 7 p.m. in the night. By the time they got to those people's house by 5 a.m. the next day, their neighbor said, he come back yesterday night, come pack load, saying they go. He come back yesterday night. So question, we finished meeting in the office around 7. They got there by 5 a.m. They say he came back yesterday. So they meet some of the people I sat down with. They are the people that say, I want to be allowed. So I was sitting down with Judas, sitting down with my enemy. If you go to my office now, you will see there the picture of Jesus and his disciples. Because while Jesus was sitting down there with his disciples, he said, one of you will betray me. That's not the key. When he said one of you will betray me, all of them said, is it I? Is it I? Is it I? That means all of them are skeleton. They were like, this man know what I talk. So you can be sitting down with people planning the next year, and in their mind, they are not going to be there with you next year. I've sat in this auditorium doing meetings with pastors, planning a year. And the pastor were planning the year together. Inside this auditorium, this same hall, his bag to America was in his boot. So when we finish that meeting on Saturday, that Saturday night, now from here, he pass go airport. Hello? Now from here, he pass go where? Go airport. My friend here, Reverend Chris, let me use this. So he's going to, he'll be back now. So now I consult for him. He has an hotel. So he brought me to consult for him. Guess what? The manager of the hotel, they have 3 suites. You know, suites. 3. The manager of the hotel, with her husband and 2 children, they left their own house and relocated into the suite in the hotel. And that's where they were eating. All the offer, they were eating from there. She changed the hotel. They put family picture inside. Then turned into their house. And he was not aware for over a year. Over 100 million stolen. And guess what? They were pastors in the ministry. Hello? So once they are cooking downstairs, Afang, bring 1 pot upstairs. They are cooking right, they were just enjoying it. They left the house that, I'm telling you, staff. So when you have a good staff, take care of them. Do what? Take care of them. Number 4, misplacement. Misplacement. When you misplace people, that is putting round peg in a square hole or triangular pen in a rectangular hole. What does that mean? There are some people that are introverts. There are people that are extroverts. There are people that are very analytic. There are people that are very disorganized. And that's why, have you ever met accountants before? They have attention to detail. They are very focused. They can stay in one place and check numbers. But you see some people, they can't be good accountants. Because while they are doing calculation, they are talking, they are on the phone, they'll be making mistakes, joining numbers together. So, if you want your business to succeed, be sure that the people and your team, you are putting the right person in the right place. If you misplace people and put people in the wrong position, there will be trouble. Number 5, lack of apprenticeship. There are a lot of ships that can help you to sail through life. There are a lot of ships that can help you to sail through life. Internship, apprenticeship, mentorship. These are all ships. And if you look at it from the spiritual, worship, discipleship, fellowship. So lack of apprenticeship and mentorship is why some businesses fail. A lot of people don't know that there is a secret to every trade. Every trade has a secret. You don't just jump into it because you think you know. In 2021, I invested in a palm tree business with one of my mentees, and also invested in a cashew business with one of my mentees. They were my mentees. But in 2020, during COVID, I learned a lot through the lockdown. I made so much money, but I realized that majority of the people that were allowed to move around were called essential services. Media people were moving around. So I said, okay, I have media. I've got that lockdown. Medical people were moving around. I had no investment in the medical field as of 2020. So I made up my mind. I was telling my wife, I said, so I was essential. We are not essential. With all these things we are departing, like, they didn't consider church to be essential service. So all our anointing, they lock us down. I said, okay, I need to. So what did I do? Immediately after COVID, I started looking into investing in the medical field. So now we've invested in the medical field in about 3 continents now. And that's because of the experience of COVID. But another thing I saw in COVID was food. That no matter the lockdown, they were allowing us to go and buy food in supermarket. They were allowing us to go to the market between this. I said, okay, this food thing. I've been saying I want to start this. Let's start from somewhere. So I began to study some other aspects of food, farming, and all those stuff. So immediately after COVID, one of my sons was doing a palm tree. And I said, okay, let me invest in this one. Let me use this one to do the other. One of my daughters said she's doing cashew. So palm tree in Ekpe, cashew in Alimosho, I invested. And I began to study. Right now, just 2 days ago, we have started a pre-launch on 2,000 hectares of palm tree farm. I'm going to be launching that in January, but the pre-launch started 2 days ago. But guess what? I am not doing it alone. I now say, guy, come. So I called the guy, I said, come. See that I've been investing in you since 2001. How do we work this thing? So, oh no, we can manage it. You get it. We do the management. We'll work this together. And then we sat down. And I said, okay, come. So I brought all my managers, the MD, everybody, COO. We all sat down. I said, come and lecture us. What are the things we need to know? So we've been going through that process of learning. And even though I've been in real estate since 1997, when he began to speak, I told my pastor, are you seeing why it's good to ask questions? If I say I'm Olumide Manuel, I'm a real estate guru, I will not listen to anybody. I said, can you hear what he said? When he started talking, you will realize that doing the real estate business and doing farming, they are two different ball games. And he started bringing out some things. I said, wow. So you need to learn. Many people, they don't want to learn. They don't know. They don't know that they don't know, and they don't want to know. So apprenticeship, mentorship, you have to learn from people. You have to go, if you need to go and sit down, pay for mentorship, sit down, go and learn without salary. Go and do internship, learn. There are things that are better caught than taught. That when you are in that system, you are in that environment, you will catch a lot of things, you will see a lot of things, and then you'll be able to leverage and do better. Next is competition. Competition. A lot of people fail in business because of their competitors removing them from the market. Competition. Now, in the world that we live in today, we say to you that collaboration is the new competition. And that's true, but it still doesn't mean that there are no competitors. Because some people don't know how to compete positively and compete favorably. So you need to know that everybody is in the market to increase their market share and to stay in the business. And because many people don't know how to handle competition, they end up losing their business. So one of the things I would advise you to do is to understand that there is a principle called the copycat principle. The copycat principle states that whatever you do, whatever you pioneer, whatever you initiate, within 6 months, others will come and do the same. And the reason for that is because there are people that have money without idea. So they're always looking for ideas to steal, ideas to copy. So one of the ways to be ahead is for anything you want to do, you need to be 3 to 5 steps ahead. Like we learned during the business model, what will be your own USP. So what you need to do is, whatever you want to do, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of what you want to do. And once you start, you know that 6 months later, a lot of people will be doing what you are doing. They will copy you. The next thing you need to do is, as you are starting, once you see that a lot of people are already doing what you are doing, release the next level. Before they catch up with the next level, release the next level. By the time you are 2, 3 steps ahead, and they try to catch up, and it's difficult for them to catch up, they will submit to you as a leader. Do you understand? So what many people don't do is that they don't grow fast. They don't innovate fast. They don't think far. And because of that, you are still trying to think of what next you will do, and the other person has done what you are doing, because every time people copy you, they have their uniqueness that you don't have. So they copy you and add what they have to your copy, and they become better than you. So if you don't move fast and you are busy trying to fight them, you will lose the battle. Next, lack of order. Lack of order. A lot of people live a life of disorder. There are different ways to be able to establish order. Different ways to establish order. So if we look at order in the family, for instance, there is an order. If we look at order in life, there is an order. So let's say, for instance, you want to look at order in life, and it's okay, it's God first. After God is your family. After family is ministry of business. So you look at it in that order. When you mix up that order and you put something else above the one that is supposed to be on top, there will be trouble. When you are spending money, there is an order that forms the policy of your expenditure. Oh, any money that comes in, I'll do this first, I'll do this next, I'll do this next. That should be an order. So when there is disorder, it will be a problem. So now, a lot of businesses, there is no order. And let me talk about the finances. When they collect money from people, most of the time, they don't use the money to do what they have collected the money for. And that brings disorder. So when you are collecting money, you are not building the business. You are not taking care of the people that are helping to build the business. You are not building the products. It's an error. And before you know it, it's going to be a problem. I was watching a little clip from a guy that was trying to advise another guy, and he was sharing on how he went into 800 million naira debt and how he came out of debt, and he was advising somebody else that is in debt. He said, look, I don't know you, but I've admired you from afar, and I've realized that you are in trouble now. People are advising you to run away. He said, please don't run away. He said, I went into debt, and this is why I went into debt, and I've watched you. I know that the mistake I made is the mistake you also made. And when he was talking, I'm like, so these people are still making this mistake. And that's just because many times people don't know that turnover is vanity. Turnover is what? Vanity. The only sanity is profit. When you are doing a turnover, it doesn't mean you are doing all the money. Every time money comes in, that's why there's a difference between net income and gross income. Every time money comes in, a portion of that money belongs to your vendors, or belongs to the materials, or belongs to the goods. A portion of that money belongs to upkeep and utility. A portion of that money belongs to the government, statutory expectation. A portion of that money is running costs. So if you don't know that, you're going to get into trouble. So this guy said he was introduced into a business, and he invested 1 million and made a profit of 1.1. So he got 2.1 million after investing 1 million. So he said, this thing's sweet, oh. He put in 5 million. He got 12 million. He said, this thing's sweet, oh. So he said, if I have more money, I can do more. So he now told his friends, everybody bring money. I'll be giving you 5% every month. So somebody gave him 50 million, 10 million. That's how people started closing their account number to give him money. So money was coming in. He was making money. They decided to change his house, buy a new car, travel, club, with another person's money. He said one day when he woke up like this, he said, let me tell you one of the foolish things I did. He said, I rented the house and I paid 8 million. He said, and 4 months later, the landlord was talking rubbish. I said, get out of here. I don't care your... He said, I left the house and I went to rent another one. He said, I craze, I colo. You know, when I look back, I realized I don't colo. He was talking to him. He said, you rent the house for 8 months with 8 million. 4 months later, you divorce for landlord. You verse come out. Go rent another one with another person's money. So that's disorder. Someone say disorder. There are a lot of people like that. So I was telling this guy, I said, look, I know you are like that because we meet in the club. I see how you spend money in the club, and it's people's money you have spent. Now you are in trouble. So many of you, you are in a business. You sit down there as you are collecting money. You are dipping hand into the money. Hey, hello, okay, how much? Oh yeah, pay him. You are collecting money from the business, not your salary. You are buying slippers, buying shoes, buying air, buying this. And before you know it, when the month end comes, there is no salary. You now tell them God is in control. God will make a way because you have spent all the money. Hello. Next, poor location. Poor location. Location matters when it comes to business. Location, location, location. Location matters in business. There are some business that does not require location, but some of them require location. Why do you think that the showroom is called a showroom? It's called a showroom because you need to show it. It has to be in a place where you can show it. So if your showroom is in the village, it's an error. Your factory can be in the village, but your store should not be in the village. Your showroom should not be in the village. when you see people that understand location, when they want to get a shop or they want to open an outlet, they do it on the highway, on the road where people will see, or they do it in a 3 junction where different people. So people choose those things strategically. It's not that you just wake up and say, where is a place where they have cheap property? You don't rent a place because it's cheap or because you like the place. It is not you that will patronize yourself. You have to ask yourself, will it work with reference to my business model? Hello? So, location, location, location. Next is poor customer service. Poor customer service. Customer service is very key. And after COVID, customer preference has changed. Customer behavior has changed. A lot of things has changed with reference to customer. I say this about customer. Customer is always right. Difficult but right. Confused but right. Ignorant but right. Because they are the one that has the money. So customer is always right. But they may be difficult, they may be ignorant, they may be confused. But customer is a customer. So even when they are angry, you should not be angry. Hello? You speak to them because they are the one that hold the money that will keep your business going. So what's your customer service plan? Customer service should be a culture, not a department. Customer service should be a culture, not a department. I know you have a customer service department, customer service unit, customer service manager. Their job should be to oversee the entire culture, not to be the only one that have manners. Everybody should be a customer service staff. Everybody should be involved in customer service. Very, very important. Next is lack of experience. Lack of experience. A lot of people, when they see people in business, they see the glory, they don't know the story. There are things that people do in secret that makes them to shine in the open. So don't go into any business without having practical, hands-on, industry-specific experience in that business. I do a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of people think that they can just do it because they see the externals. I know a lot of people that have gone into ministry without ministry experience. They think, oh, is it not to just preach? Go and start now and see how easy it is to preach. Hello? So, it's not just preaching. I know a lot of people that have gone into business thinking they have money, they'll go and start business. But they don't understand that there's a difference between the technical aspect of business and the business aspect of business. The fact that you're a good fashion designer does not mean you run a successful fashion business. Because the ability to design clothes, cut shapes, and do this, and is different from the ability to get a market and to price the goods and to keep them coming. So there's a business side and there's a technical side. And you need to understand all these things. There are people in real estate today getting into all kinds of trouble because the barrier to entry is very low. So they can just listen to a YouTube video. Especially, see, I look at a lot of young people in Nigeria, especially this are real estate thing. They will say their mentor is in America. I just laugh. You are listening to somebody in America or real estate in this Nigeria. Your eye goes soon clear. You suddenly realize that you are dealing with a different terrain altogether. So they say they are listening to America because they go and listen to 1 or 2 videos, read 1 or 2 motivational books, they jump out. And then when the trouble comes, it's a multi-million naira, multi-billion naira trouble. So, very, very important to note that. Next, unexpected growth is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses fail. Unexpected growth. I know that we're praying to grow, we are hoping to grow, we are trusting God to grow, but that growth that you are looking for, if it comes too suddenly, it can ruin your business. Many of you think you are ready, but you don't have the capacity for many of the things you are asking for because you have no idea what it takes to sustain some level of things that you are asking for. So I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories of people that have gotten into a place where unexpected growth caused trouble. I know you've heard of people that died because of stampede, when maybe they are sharing food, or maybe there's people went to apply for a job and they were. Now, why do you think that happened? Because the job that is available and the people that came didn't balance out. That's the same thing that happens in business. So if you're a businessman, you're a businesswoman, and there's unexpected growth, it can ruin your business. So imagine now that you open a store. One of our guys here, he's still a member of this church, but It's in another of our branches now. Now, when this guy was to open his business, he retired, took all his retirement benefits, and opened a cool room business. In those days when they started cool room, he opened a cool room business, and the cool room business he was opening, they have, he opened the store, he had freezer, they bought the scale, he did everything, then he printed thousands of handbills. And he decided that he was going to open the business on Good Friday. I was there to open the business, Good Friday. So he shared handbills, all the bus stop in this area. He went around, they did rally, they danced, they shared handbill. That they're going to open on Friday, Olumide Mane will be there, there's going to be discount, there's going to be free gifts. Now, after all that noise, ask me, how many cartons of chicken and fish can one freezer carry? So the advance was more than the products. By the time we got there, people were already queuing. Even before me, I got there. No, I drove past on board. Oh my God, no. The queue was long. So they took me through the noise. So in the name of the Father, as we opened the place like this, hey, kilo con, 2 kilo, moshaju a day. So I was still there when I hear, on the jati tongue, I only serious, nonsense. They were already insulting all of us before I left there. Because the fish finished, turkey finished in less than 1 hour. And people that have been waiting could not buy. Say, hey, they are going to that lake or whatever, they are going to bring more. I was told that by the time they will come back, it was 3 hours later, people have gone by. The next day, the business did not last 2 months. All his retirement benefit, everything. The guy didn't recover until tomorrow. What killed him? Too much. He had too much customer. He couldn't. So the news spread. I know bad news. People just spread bad news. Nobody went there to buy again. It's not village people. Hello. So many of these things, you need to understand how it works. Next, insufficient capital or too much capital can destroy your business. Insufficient capital. A lot of people are saying they don't have money, I need capital, I need capital. You better be happy you don't have capital. Because some people, it is the capital they had that made them to make mistake. I hope you know that when you don't have capital, if you make mistake, it's minimal. But when you have money, imagine if you make mistake without money, imagine if you had the money, you would have made mistake and lost money. So there are many things that when we look back now, like I said to you, life is lived forward, but understood backwards. When we look back now, we are grateful that we didn't have some money when we're looking for those money, because we'll have used the money to make the mistake. So don't ever think that God is unfair to you. There are many things you think you know. You think you are very powerful. It will shock you. Hello? It will what? Shock you. Because there is no business plan that goes according to plan. So, learn that and learn it very well. So when somebody is giving you money, don't put all the money in it. Check, do your test, get the proof of concept, and be sure before you start scaling, and then you can get into trouble. Next is overinvestment in fixed assets. Overinvestment in fixed assets. I've been a part of a lot of businesses that failed personally, where I am the one that started the business and the business failed, like 6. But I've also been a part, as a pastor, you'll be going to pray. I've also been a part of people's business where we went there to pray and the business still failed. So I understand this thing. And one of them is overinvestment in fixed assets. This guy got a miracle money, people supported him, said he needed 10 million, they gave him the 10 million. So he got 10 million interest-free, free of charge, a wolf money. And the guy, the day we went to open the office, after he had spent 10 million finish, I was there. Nobody said they tell me. That's when I now said, so what's the plan? We have prayed. I said, so what's the plan? So how are you getting customer? What's the pricing of your products? He said, hey, Pastor, that's the problem. I'm looking for money now to produce. I said, you are looking for, I thought you had 10 million. He said, hey, I've rented all. I said, what has office got to do with? Oh, the baby will pray. Is it miracle? 5 loaves and 2 fishes. that you want to. So sometimes religion can ruin your life. People are just plain stupid. They will now say it's one demon, one village people. You are just a fool. How can you carry 10 million? But you show where worth any. If you had borrowed the money, will your brain not work? Because it's not just so. Sometimes having too much money, free money, is not good for people. It creates enablement, entitlement, and enables people's foolishness. The business, of course, didn't last one. Even the rent you pay Koloto. Business didn't last. He went back to get a job. Hello? Personal use of business funds is another thing that causes business to fail. And I think we have discussed that already. Personal use of business funds. You start a business, you now say you are moving, you relocate to the island. Your business is on the mainland, or the business that is producing the money is on the mainland, or you say you are going to the island. You now need a car, you now need to wake up very early, you are not considering your health. So business is in Ikeja. Your office was in the, maybe Agigi or Mole, you are just 15, 20 minutes, you are in the office. That you can leave home by 8, get there by 8:30, you can close by 5, 6, 7, get home, still see your children. You now say you're a big boy, you now move to, some people say they are in Lekki, Ekpeloa, Ekitiloa, they are already on the other side of the river. They say that you will now be spending 4 hours to Ikeja. Some people just don't have brain. Then you now say you want to relocate your family abroad. The money is coming from Nigeria. Listen to me. If you are matured enough that you can produce money in Nigeria, you have customers, you have staff, that you can raise money to carry family to Canada, that business has greater potential than you can ever imagine. Many of them are slaving away in Canada now, slaving away in America, slaving away everywhere. Left the business that's producing the money. I see the funniest thing. You will lose the money, lose the business, lose the marriage, lose your peace, and may you not end up losing the children. And it's not a prophecy. These are things we're already seeing. If I give you the mathematics of relocation, you will see the foolishness in it for many people. Anything that separates father and mother, and you have 2 homes, you're already in error. It's not in the covenant. There is no anybody that tells you that is working for them, they are lying to you. Where family is in one place, you are in one place, it's not working. It's a lie. They are just packaging it. Then for you to now do that, when I do the calculation, you need an average of 250 million naira per annum. If I explain it to you, you'll be shocked. I don't have enough time to offload that. 250 million per annum. So let me just give you a little mathematics. So your husband, wife, and 2 children. So you say you are relocating. So maybe your wife wants to go to school. So you go to school. Average fee, $11,000. So $11,000 year 1, $11,000 year 2. Then most likely, because there's children, she really cannot do that. So she's working. She cannot work more than a particular number of hours, 20 hours a week. The money that is coming not going to work. In an average 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom in Canada, every month is between $2,000 to $3,000 per month. That's not utility. If you buy a car, that's another minimum of $15,000 to $30,000. Then you pay car notes, you pay lights, you pay gas, you pay water, electricity, everything. By the time you look at what you'll be spending every month, an average family of 4, you need an average of between $6,000 to $10,000 per month. Times 12. Now that money is not that they are enjoying, it's that they are suffering, they are living minimal life, just to make, because nobody is going to be having driver, cook, house girl. No, just normal basics. Then don't forget you are now in Nigeria. Now you now need to go there. So let's assume now that you decide to go. Many people do once a year, twice a year. If you decide to let's just do twice a year, that means you are seeing your family 6 months. If you decide to go twice a year, for you to be able to raise money to send them to that level, that means you are a businessman person. So you want to do business class. Average business class, even if you fly all the dead lowest level airline, that you are not doing the A class, the lowest level, I don't want to mention name. you do 6 million. So 6 million times 2 for the flight. Every other thing you will spend, then you will now go and do an average of 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Then don't forget that all that money you are spending, your wife is not making money. Oh. So it is from the same Nigeria that is bad that you are changing naira to dollar to carry there. Then you will now go there. All the discussion that cannot be made on the phone, she's already waiting, frustrated, because she's the only one shoveling snow. She's the only one taking care of children. While you are busy raising money, hey, I'm tired. What am I doing here? You need to be here. You need to be here. So you are still failing as a husband. Then after you now get there, that 3 weeks, you may not even see Jerusalem. Because you are still fighting over, is that why, okay, yeah, is that why you are here? Am I a prostitute? Did you just come here because, so you fight that one. Maybe it's a day to return it. They will now say, okay, let's do one just so that you will not go empty-handed. They will now humiliate you as if you are a cheap because you are a Christian. When there is free babes that you can be doing for free. But because you choose to be a Christian. No, I'm telling you. I can't say one. Don't envy anybody. You don't get full bag. After you have spent all that money, because I was still telling you, I said, but look, it's painful. But I told you this thing. Your wife will now tell you, what have you done for me? I'm not even enjoying anything. You now say, what? After all the money I've paid. But she's not lying, no. It's painful, but she's not lying. Because when you were traveling, she's not the one that traveled. You came 4 times a year. You are the one that came 4 times a year. She's not the one that came. You are the one. So that money you are spending is you that spend it. You see, I pay rent. If you were not married to her, you will see pay rent now. I spend it. So at the end of the day, is it clothes you bought for me? Is it shoe you bought for me? Is it? You'll be shocked at what people are going through. Personal use of business fund, funding dreams that produce nothing. So you are following passion. My dear passion. Well, God bless you all. I see you tomorrow.
I believe that clap can be a lot louder. Whew. We were very well fed. Do you agree with me? All right, I would like us to please be upstanding. We'll be sitting down for quite some time. Let's just stretch. I, for one, I'm feeling I need to stretch. So let's stretch a little bit. Stretch a little bit. If there's somebody beside you haven't met before, feel free to meet the person now. Introduce yourself to somebody. Maybe not the cross style, but of course, introduce yourself to somebody. Get to meet one new person. Because this event is not just about learning. It's also about about who you can meet. Okay. All right, I want us to do one last thing before we sit down. I want us to cook up energy in the room. Can I please get your attention? I want us to cook up energy in the room very quickly before we go into the next session. Because, of course, the next session will need us to also sit down again, talk. So let's get our minds ready for it. So what I want us to do right now is the Tabby's clap. We haven't done that today. I'm not sure we've done that today. So if you are new here or you're here for the first time, when we say the Tabby's clap, what we are literally talking about is our style of clapping in this event. And what is that style of clapping? You start clapping the normal way. And when I tell you to increase the tempo, you what? You increase the tempo. When I tell you to increase the tempo, you increase the tempo. What we are trying to do literally is to just cook up energy in the room and ensure that everywhere is filled with the energy that we expect of this caliber of event. Are we ready for the Tabby's clap? Even your response is not looking ready. Are you ready for the Tabby's clap? All right, let's go with the Tabby's clap. 1, 2, go. Increase the tempo. We are coming up. We are coming up. Increase the tempo. Yes, we are coming up. We are coming up. One more time. Increase the tempo. Let's test our limits one more time. Increase the tempo. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all are fantastic. And like I said, this is the best audience anyone can crave for if you are hosting an event. So thank you so much for making my job easy. It's a privilege. Thank you. Please have your seats. At this point, I would like to call up on Upway Global. Upway Global, I would like you to please come up stage to talk about your business very quickly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I went the afternoon, the morning. All right, good afternoon, everyone. All right, my name is Austin Oladejo. I'm the founder and CEO of Upway Global Investment Limited. But first, let me appreciate the organizers of CAPSA. You know, they've done a great job. Please let me celebrate them. So, fortunately, I'm a member of this church, and over the last 8 years, I've benefited a lot from CAPSA. From the training, and today we are here standing and to showcase our brand. Please, once again, let me celebrate CAPSA. All right. So, Upway Global Investment Limited, we are people empowerment and enterprise development company with focus on real estate brokerage. Real estate is a platform that anybody can come in, either as a developer, a realtor, and many other things. So we choose to be a brokerage. Few years ago, I started as a realtor in real estate, and fortunately, one of my guys here, Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel, I started with pertinence. I was trained there, and I made money. And along the line, I find a way, to help other people to start their own journey into real estate. After I made some money, I saw a lot of people who invited me to come and train them, to become a realtor. Along the line, many developers reached out to me to come and market for them. But I saw how I can link the people I was mentoring and connect them to the developer. This is how Upway Global Investment started. And from there, we started a realtor platform. So today we have a lot of people, over 1,000 people in our platform that we have trained, empowered, and they've also built a platform for themselves, and they are making millions of naira, and empowering others at the same time. So if you are looking at starting your own journey into real estate as a realtor, Upway is a place to be. We give you training. We have all kinds of training. We teach you digital marketing, how to sell, how to close deal, how to follow up. And we do all these things for free. So this is our stand. You can reach out to any of our realtors. They will take you through all the necessary things that you need to do. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for Upway Global. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to have Adure come up. But while Adure is coming up, I'd like you to please, if you have questions, put down your questions. If you would want to do that in person, we would need you to come outside, and then we can proceed with this thing. Please put your hands together for Adure. Adure. I was going to ask your name.
Good afternoon, my potential customers. I'm so excited to be here this morning. My name is Blessing. I'm a representative from Adure Collections. So Adure Collections specializes in African prints and also English prints. So we have Kampala, we have Adire, which is also called tie and dye. We have also Ankara fabrics. We have them in different styles. We have them in cargo pants. We have them in boo-boo gowns. And we also have them in two-piece outfits like you can see here. These are our products. We have them in boo-boo, like I said. We have them in Adire, which is also tie and dye polo. We have them in pants, and they are so lovely. I'm sure that you can testify from what you're obviously seeing here. Do I have a witness? All right, so we're located just by the end. When you come into the building, by the left, like one booth away from the first one, you find us there. We look forward to your patronage. You can find us on Instagram at Adure Collections. We are also operational in Lagos, Nigeria, and also in Canada. Just in case you have family members and friends in Canada, you can refer us, and we will definitely have something, for you as a referral. We look forward to your patronage. We'll be here all through till Sunday, and we have them at discounted prices. And I also like to say that I know that a lot of people here always feel like the people inside here, because we are premium, our things are very expensive. So sometimes you are even scared to come in. Please don't be afraid. You can see the way I'm smiling. So I'll be pleased to welcome you. I'll be looking forward to, meeting you. Pricing is free, like we always say. So don't be afraid to come in and, make inquiries and price. And I would like to say, don't just wear clothes. Wear Adure. Adure is one of the best in Lagos and beyond. Thank you so much.
I know you can do a lot better than that. Don't just wear clothes, wear Adure. Thank you so much. Right about now, we're bringing up on stage the first speaker, Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel, for the panel session. Please put your hands together for him. Is that how you clap for our speaker? All right, so like I said, if you have questions, please. If you have questions you would want to ask in person, can you please come outside? And if you have your questions written down, I would like you to give your questions to the guy standing. Please, you can reach out to him with your questions if you want to ask it written. But if you would like to ask in person, please come outside so we can proceed with the panel session. Thank you very much. So while we get that sorted, I have a question, sir, just to kickstart this conversation. I actually thought Dr. Lumide would be here, so the question would have been for one for you, one for him, but I believe you can answer both questions. All right, so you talked about getting information about a business if someone is looking to go into a business. And I believe that one of the ways you can get information, apart from what you get on the internet, could be talking to people who have been in that space already. And I also understand that people usually have this mindset of, if I tell you how my business is going in terms of my business secrets, you probably will become my biggest competitor, which means that there is a challenge of people completely opening up to you when you are trying to make such inquiry. But you need information from them because they have been in that space, they have seen the struggle, they have seen the ups and downs. How do you get information in your data collection from people who have been in a particular industry that you're trying to go into?
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm wearing a very big shoe, trying to answer question for myself and for Dr. Lumide Emmanuel. Please pity me in your question asking. Anyone I cannot answer, I will go and do research and come back to you. All right. So I think one of the major things that people pay very little attention to in this day and time is apprenticeship. I am an apprentice. I've been an apprentice for like 30 years. So my first apprenticeship journey was when I came to Lagos at the age of 14. I came to serve my master in the electrical parts business. And I did 5 years of that business, and before I left. Second apprenticeship was Dr. Lumide Emmanuel, when, as a member of this church, started being a part of his business, selling for him, doing a number of things. And over the years, we've come to learn a number of things. So people played down on apprenticeship, and that's why there are information that I can't even share with you because our discussion may not even get to that extent. But if you are an apprentice and you have stayed within that business for a long time, you would have known a lot of trade secrets that when you start your own company, it will be easy to implement them. So people don't like to be apprentices. They just want to go and start. The world is waiting for me. I cannot serve anybody. I cannot come and work for anybody. Well, that's why things are not working for most people. But if you settle down, you want to start this business, take a year. Say, I want to go and work for the person. there are many informations that will be open to you free of charge without you even, asking, free of charge. There was a lady that worked with me. Today, the lady, she's making some very good money. She called me recently and said, I have so and so amount of money I want to invest. I said, you have that kind of money, But she worked with me for like a year, and she learned a number of things. And some of the things she's doing today is as a result of things she learned from working with me. So it's either you go and work as, they call it internship. You go and do internship and just learn one or two things. Or you go and work as a volunteer. Say, I'm coming to volunteer, 6 months volunteering, no pay. There's nobody you will tell that you want to come and volunteer with no pay and they will not accept you. The way I am now, if you want to come and volunteer and you have the kind of skill set that I need, sharp, I will detail you. And once you attend our meetings, you get to hear things that you probably will not have heard us say in other places. Then, having mentors that genuinely believe in you and want to be a part of your success story also help. The thing is that the burden of mentorship is not on the mentor, it's on the mentee. That's what people don't understand. As a mentor, I won't be the one pursuing you. You'll be the one pursuing me. So the day I start pursuing you, it has gone from mentorship to parenting. And I think I have my children that have not finished parenting. I can't start parenting you too. All right, so I think that people can also explore the aspect of mentorship if you genuinely follow people, all right? And when you are when you are a mentor, when you are a mentee, always look for a way to serve your mentor. Always look for a way. He's doing an event, say, can I be in the committee? There are things that will be said in those committees that you probably will not hear them say outside. There are issues that they will resolve in those committees that you will never know how they resolve this issue if you are not part of the committee. So just find a way to serve them. Be very vested in research. Research. But research alone cannot do it. There are some internal information that can help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please put your hands together for our speaker. I like you to please do this clapping in a good way. These things he has said, they are golden. Please put your hands together for our speaker. Thank you very much. All right, so we would allow for the person who would want to ask in person to ask.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for this morning teaching. And so my question comes from this, the bank you mentioned, Think Genius Bank, for savings for your business.
So it's Petty Save, but the application is called Genius.
Okay, sir. Okay, I want to ask, is this bank recognized? If I want to present it to an investor for my business, what I'm asking is, I have a current account I'm running, and then since we started the exhibition on Wednesday, which is on the 1st of this month, right now as I speak, I've not been able to do any transaction on that current account. I have vendors I need to pay. I have a lot of things I need to sort, but I've not been able to do anything. I think probably because of network or whatever from the bank. So I want to ask, if I want to open this account, I want to ask, hope I won't face such difficulties. When I want to use the fund in the account, I won't have any difficulty concerning that. And then I want to ask also, if I open this account, will that guarantee me to get a loan from the bank?
Okay. So thank you very much for the question. Number one, we are licensed by CBN, so duly licensed and registered and regulated. So we were licensed early this year. We were licensed last year, and we started full operation this year. So we are fully licensed and regulated. Number two, because we are a young bank, we are looking for customers. So we do everything to satisfy you. Everything we can do. So I think we are the kind of bank you should work with, because we will do everything to ensure that you are satisfied. In Nigerian banks today, there are a number of difficulties that most banks are trying to solve, ranging from network issues. because I travel a bit and I live in 2 countries, when I'm in Nigeria, I struggle with internet a lot. Serious struggle with internet. And that also affects most of our banks, as you can tell. I used to say we don't have internet in Nigeria, but we do have internet, maybe not good internet anyway. Because abroad, my network provider gives me 15 gig every month. I have never exhausted it. But in Nigeria, when I recharge 30 gig, in less than 2 weeks, I'm done. And I'm wondering, is the gig different from different countries? So I have to do internet. I have internet in my office, internet in my house, internet everywhere. The remaining place I need to have internet now is in my car. Just install one Starlink there and be using. So sometimes it's like that, but we'll need to get to know what challenge you are having, and we are a personal, direct banker, so we will attend to your need personally. Then guarantee for loan. Well, I can't say yes, I can't say no, because when it comes to loan, we need to show us your track record, what you want to do. We need to do evaluation before we can give you loan. Any financial institution that just gives you loan straightforward, when they want to collect that loan, they will also collect it straightforward. And you know what people have done with such kind of loan. So for us, we want to ensure that we are working with you in your business. One of the things I will advise for most business people, don't ask for loan when you need the loan. Ask for the loan before you need the loan. So what I mean is, from the word go, as you are registering your business, start preparing for when you will need the loan. So start putting your books together, right? Start creating relationship with your bankers. Start doing a whole lot of things. This one is not a master class for how to prepare for getting loan, but it's part of the things you need to learn so that you can build your business. So that any bank that gets in contact with you will know you are qualified to get loan, because it's not very simple to give loan, because the simpler it is to give, the more difficult it is to recover. But you can be guaranteed that if you meet the criteria, you will be granted loan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please put your hands together for our speaker. Okay, so before we get the next person to ask his question, I have a written question here. And this is also to remind anyone who still has 1 or 2 questions that you would like to write down. Please write it down and pass it across to Mr. Gabriel or Mr. Kayode, the person waving his hand. If you still also want to join those that are on the queue, please feel free to come around. So this question says, is it only the real estate sector that you can do empowerment for?
Okay, is that my question or Upway question? So Upway is our guy. You guys try and be a part of what he's doing. He's a great guy. So you can see, part of our mentees. Clap for us. We have done well. In my last count, we should have guys like him, not less than 100, that are now doing business seriously. When we started doing the business, we said we wanted to raise 100 millionaires. But right now, we are no longer raising millionaires. We are now raising billionaires, people who are doing businesses in billions. And he is one of our testimony. And I would like you guys to deal with him. So he does empowerment. Whatever you can attend to do with him, do with him. So when it comes to empowerment, empowerment is all round. Even God said, I will give you power to make wealth. That's empowerment. God empowering you. So it's not just limited to real estate. Anything can be an empowerment. Farming can be a tool for empowerment. Education can be a tool for empowerment. Financial services, tool for empowerment. Church is a tool for empowerment. Everything you can put together, as long as it can deliver value to people, then is a tool of empowerment.
Thank you very much, sir. So let's take one of the questions we have here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I never knew it happened to you too. I thought it was only my phone. I've never finished 15 gigs elsewhere. But since I came for 2 weeks, I have used 50. and he's just running. So he's well. I want to ask you, what has been the most difficult time for you and your team in pettiness? The most difficult moment, and how were you able to manage and overcome? And that is one. And two, what advice will you give to someone or people that are in some certain businesses that really like promising, but have never really been delivering dividends after a year, 2 or 3 or 4? So what can you tell such a person? And using any other, you understand, Facebook we say after that. So what can you tell them?
All right, thank you very much, sir. To say most difficult is very hard to determine which one is most difficult, but I can tell you that in the 13, 14 years of doing business with pertinence, we have had series of difficult situations. As I speak to you now, we still have difficult situations, all right? Difficult situation will always come. If you're a Christian, you know the Bible says that you will face persecution, perilous times will come, you will have a lot of challenges. So the reason you are made for that business is that you are the one that will solve those challenges. So how do they know a general? Is somebody who has gone for many battles and you have won and come back. That's what makes you a general. So for me, rather than looking for the most difficult challenges, prepare yourself for all kinds of challenges because they will come. They will come in different packages. I told you of a business. That business is still making billions every year. The business I said that we're having trouble is making billions every year, but yet its trouble is in multiple billions. All right? But we are here. We are still solving it. As we speak now, we will have some cases that are in court cases, police cases, EFCC cases. It's there. It's part of the package of the business. All right. If you run away from it, you would have run away from greatness. Greatness is in trial. When you are tested and tried, people can now trust you. When an investor wants to invest in you, he's looking at how are you able to combat problems. Are you able to mitigate all the challenges that come to you as a business? So you keep thriving. So for somebody who has been doing business, that's the second question, and the business has not really started yielding. My brother, failure is part of success. I can tell you things that have worked, but if I open books of things that have not worked, they are far more than the things that have worked. The only good thing is that once one works, it has the capacity to write off many that did not work. So when you see people say, my business is doing well, go and check. There are some that they have done that didn't do well. So what do I advise you? Stay put. Continue to re-engineer. We did business model today. Look at your business model. Is it really functional? Is it really working well? If it's not working, what can you tweak? What adjustment can you make? What system can you introduce? And keep re-engineering the business. Eventually, it will happen one day. There was one time one of our very top realtors now came to me some years ago and said, she has done everything we have been teaching her, and yes, she has not made the sales. I said, have you done this one? She said, yeah. Have you done that one? She said, have you done this? He said, Mr. Wisdom, I have done everything, more than what you have taught me. I said, okay, if that's the case, keep doing it. I said, just keep doing it. I said, once your heaven is full, it will pour down. When her heaven started pouring down, Dubai first year, Dubai second year, Dubai third year, 4 times back to back, she was going to Dubai. Who are the people that go to Dubai, all expense paid with us? There are people who are top performers she went to Dubai, she collected 2 cars, all right, as productivity bonus. But before then, she was just investing in her heavens. Just appear, show up, all right? I like the verse of scripture that said, knock and it shall be opened unto you. Seek and you will find. Seek and you will find. Knock, door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Now, if you go to the Amplify, it said, he that knocks and keeps knocking. He that asks and keeps asking. Because the challenge with people is that you knock one, they didn't open the door, you walked away. By the time you were walking away, they opened the door, they didn't see you. So keep doing what you need to do, position yourself, keep at it. This thing is for people who are ready to face lion. All right? The reason why I succeed in business is not because of my facial expression. It's because of my heart. Some very hard stone is here. Some lion is living here. So I'm able to face challenges. And they are very difficult challenges. All right? So one of the ways to develop yourself to be able to face challenges is some of the things you are doing now. Getting educated, getting informed, getting inspired, going for conferences, having a mentor, praying, doing a whole lot of things. You develop yourself. And don't run away from problems. Problems are potential opportunities. And if you can convert them, you can take them to your benefit. Then one of the things I advise business leaders is take regular retreats. Take regular retreats. When I am overwhelmed, that's what I do. I just lock myself up. I don't want to see anybody. Take a book, take water, do some prayers, do some reading, sleep. That's what I do. And when I come back, I'm refreshed and refired. When I'm firing, you think that this guy does not have a problem. But I've gone to calm down. So take some retreats and it can help.
Thank you very much. So please put your hands together.
Thank you, sir. My question is concerning the business model. So how do you ensure that regulatory risk doesn't shake your business model, government policies and stuff like that? So do you build the model with that in mind? Or does it, or after you've built it, does the policies come, regulations come, and then they affect, and then you have to start again? And you also mentioned that in pertinence, you always review your business models and tweak and change. So what if you have started to do some key activities in the business according to the, does it mean that you now change what you've been doing to fit the new model that you have done? And if that's the case, won't it affect the processes, the day-to-day activities of the business?
Okay, thank you very much. Regulatory compliance is very, very important, especially when you are in a regulated business. If you are in banking, for instance, or you are in financial services, these are regulated businesses, and you have to report to the regulatory authorities. So even when you are tweaking your business model, you have to ensure that you take into consideration regulatory standards, or else you may be sanctioned. So there are different kinds of sanctions. There are some that when you look at the sanction, so don't worry, let them sanction me. You know, that kind of a thing. All right, and you implement it. But if they sanction you too much, they can revoke your license. So I think that every time you are tweaking it, always consider regulatory, responsibilities. Then one of the things I can advise that you also look at is look at how to be wrong and be right at the same time. So what I mean is, for every regulatory policy, there is a loophole. So you can stand on the loophole and be right. All right? But just be sure that you are right. Because the regulator, when they come, they will be the one to determine whether you are right or wrong. But let it be that you have something to prove that you were right. Maybe an example that I will say, is maybe the regulatory body says, okay, you cannot borrow somebody money more than 5 million per time. All right, I'm just giving an example. And somebody is coming and asking for 10 million. All right, then you need to look at how do you give the person 10 million without giving the person 10 million. How do you give the person 5 million, maybe doing it twice? You know, those are the things you can do. Yes, you have still given the person 10 million, but in terms of reporting, it's not showing that you gave the person 10 million. You get what I'm saying? That's more like you are complying with regulation, but in a way. But let me tell you something. I'm not the one that advises you to do that. All right? Because the regulator is the one that will determine whether you have fallen short or you have fallen or you have not fallen short. So it's always the best to comply with regulatory standard, because you never can tell where it will come from. It's best to comply. Tweaking our system in pertinence, and how sometimes you have set some things in motion and you have to tweak your business model. The thing is that for you to tweak your business model, it means that there's something you have discovered that wasn't working. Or there's something you discovered that is working, but to optimize it, you needed to introduce a better model. So that's why we will tweak it. But if it's working and it's okay, then there's no need to tweak it as much, all right? So if there are things that we have put in motion that tweaking the business model will affect it, we need to weigh the pros and cons to say, okay, if we tweak it, will it give us better outcome? Yes, we'll suffer a little now, but it will give us better outcome. Let me give you an instance. Between last year and this year, we have not done much of opening of new estate locations. We didn't do much of that, all right? What we did was more of consolidating on the ones we have. And the challenge with that is that people are always looking for something new to sell. Once they have sold one particular location for 3 months, they are fed up. They are looking for something new. And that's what we kept doing. And that has resulted to we having a lot of estates that are not fully developed the way we want them to develop. So we now decided that let's tweak this model. We want to concentrate on selling and developing the ones that we have. And by so doing, we have not opened a lot of locations. And people are coming to ask us, when are you opening new location? When are you opening this new location? We say, no, we are focusing on the ones who have opened to develop it to full capacity so that we have. Now, the adverse effect of that is that for people who are looking for new location, you probably you will lose them. But for people who are willing to stay with you, one of the things they will enjoy is that they will enjoy locations that are fully developed. And you too, you can be proud of yourself that you have done a fully developed estate, and that can give you leverage, to do even much more. So tweaking that helped us a lot, because as I am here now, we would have done well over 100 estates. Plenty, some of them, different places. And sometimes it can be tiring. Even to manage over 100 estates can be every month, if you see the amount we pay in security, you are paying security, both the normal security guards and the police security. You are paying a lot. We pay millions of naira in just securing those land. And when you tell a customer that I've been securing this land for the last 5 years, this is your security levies, you say, Laila, I will not pay. Is it not an estate? People say you are an estate and you call yourself a pastor. But I've been securing, paying. In fact, there was one I approved recently. I was like, when will we stop paying this money? There's a particular guy in one of our estates that is our security person. The guy, we pay him for doing nothing. Just pay him for the day he will need to do something. You are just paying him for the day he will need to do something. And sometimes those kind of days come when somebody will just enter your estate and start doing fence. That's the day when I say, yeah, okay, go and check. There's something is happening there. Or he will be the one to even call our attention to it. So in remodeling your business model, you need to look at, is this something that is no longer working you want to retweak? Is this something you want to do now to help you perform better in the future, that can save you money in the future or make you more money in the future? But if it's not anything, if it's working and everything is fine, why not? You carry on with your business model.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, so we have one last written question here. This person says, please, where is your bank located? And when I do a target savings, how much interest or percentage do I get on my savings?
Okay, so our bank is located in Akwonjo, but we are online. So it means that we are global. All right, you can access us anywhere in the world. So it's either you download the Genius app. If you go on your Google Play Store or Apple Store, you type in Genius by PettySave. you will get it. We have both the one for business, PettySafe for business, and PettySafe for Genius for business and Genius for individuals. So you'll be able to download it. Now, when it comes to the percentage interest, it varies, all right, from business to individuals. But it's maybe between 5 to 10%, as the case may be, the interest that is paid on your target savings. But when you are onboarding, it will have shown you the interest level that you are, depending on whether you are a business or you are an individual. So that's what but that particular application is one that we are building. So we are building more like an Amazon for Africa, all right, inside the Genius. Because in Genius, you can onboard your business. The way you are now, all these businesses here, they can go and onboard on Genius, and they can use Genius as their application to sell their products, copy their links, send everywhere. People can buy things through their stores. And by so doing, we are building and we are retweaking a lot of things. The good thing about it is that early adopters of many of the technology are usually the ones that enjoy it the most, because you would have grown with the technology. So, and as you onboard anything that you get, you contact there, please get us the feedback so that we'll be able to keep innovating and keep moving forward with the application. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I have a last question. This question would have been for Dr. Olumide, but I'm very sure you can do justice to this. So during the session, okay, sir. All right. So during the session, he said that one shouldn't go into business with a survivor mindset. However, I want to know if, in a way, this survivor mindset can turn into a fuel that can help a business. So, say for instance, you think because you need to survive, this business needs to survive. Is this something that can be turned into a fuel to help a business survive eventually?
Okay, so once you have made that twist from because I need to survive, this business will need to survive, you have changed from survival mentality to vision mentality. So what I usually advise is, because I know people need to survive, you are doing a business, you are trying to follow the business model, you are trying to ensure that you follow the business system and all of that, all the things that we have taught you, you are trying to ensure that you are doing business right. But you need money to survive, all right? So I usually will advise that you have what we call side hustle. That's the survival kind of things you are doing. But why you are making money from your side hustle is to ensure that you invest into your business. Because that business is the one you have vision for. All right? People enter business for different reasons. Some people enter business because there are people who, they don't do business, they are not okay. Someone like me, if I'm not in business, I can't be okay. All right? Somebody asked me a question while I was away. He said, how much can we pay you for you to sit down and not go back to Nigeria? I said, I don't even know the amount. Because I can't sit down. I can't see myself sitting down. No matter the amount you pay me, I will still be growing up and down. Somebody asked me that, what if they employ me, I get a very good job? I say, me. I said, I will be controlling the boss. I will be controlling the owner of the business, because I won't be thinking like somebody they are paying salary that need to just submit to boss. I will be controlling him and say, sir, that's not the way they do things. This is how you need to do it. And all of that. So that's why I cannot sit down. So for me, for people who are like that, they might need to have some side hustle. For instance, you are here now, you want to be a realtor. That can be a side hustle. Realtor business may not be your main business. Your main business might be in the tech space. While you are doing your tech business, structuring it, doing everything, you can have a side hustle that, you are using to survive, and you are also getting some small money to support your business. So that's the way I will advise someone to go about that. But you see that survivor mentality that I must survive, then this business must survive. You have gone beyond survivor. You have now transferred that survivor to business survivor. And once you transfer that, you have left the survivor level. It means that, see, I will do everything within my power to ensure that this business succeeds. Let me tell you a small story. I usually tell this story in most of my presentation. When we started our business in pertinence, every day I was going to the office. In fact, one of the things we pride ourselves those days is that we are the first to open the office in that small plaza where we are, and the last people to close. It happened like that for years. For like 2-3 years, we were like that. All right? Now, every day I'm going to work, I'll look for one small money, give to my wife to cook, and all of that. One day, we left church. It was here. I was sitting somewhere there, two of us. As we were going back home, she asked me, I said, did I hear the announcement in church? I said, what announcement is that? He said, that they say they need driver in church. I said, so what does that have to do with me? He said, the thing is that, I know you are doing business, all right? But I just need something regular. Something I can bank on. That even if it is 5,000, I'm getting every month. I will know that it's 5,000. I can plan with it. But this one that you are going to today, 150, tomorrow 200, how will I be able to plan with that? That if you get that job now, you'll still be doing your business, but you'll be doing the job, they will be paying you salary, then you can give me something that I can bank on. I got angry. For the first time, I raised my voice. I said, never! Don't do that! Because before then, I had served, I have worked, I have done all that I needed to do. Now I'm focusing on my business. You see, that was when I switched from personal survival to business survival. The business must succeed. Even my wife could not talk me out of it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So that's what Pastor Olumide was talking about. When you focus on your business and say this business must survive, it's not about personal survival, it's about business survival. Then when the business survives, you will have survived. Absolutely. Today, one time, maybe 2-3 years after that time, and I told her, I said, come, I got a job in Dubai. As at that time, I said, they will be paying me 500,000. That I want to, he said, where are you going? I said, even if it is 50,000 that I'll be giving you. She was no longer interested in the money because she now sees that this one is working. But what made it work is that I switched from personal survival to business survival. My family suffered for it. I suffered for it. Many things around me suffered for it. But today, everybody that suffered, they are now enjoying.
Please, let's put our hands together for him. Put our hands together for Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. Thank you so much, sir. It was such an insightful panel session. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your questions. And I do hope that after now, everything you have heard and learned today, you can put to good use. Thank you very much. My name is Magdalene Ologun once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. Before we take our leave, we have a few announcements, if you wouldn't mind. So as we're leaving this place, because you're in this auditorium, you can start with the premium exhibitors. Just go around. The lady said pricing is free. So go around, you see what you like, you buy them. And also we have an open market where you buy everything there, food stuff, everything that is there at the open market to get them at wholesales. It's just right opposite this auditorium at the Transformation Hall. Then we'll have this same session continuing tomorrow. The summit continues tomorrow at 9 a.m. And for those business owners or career people that want mentorship, that want counseling, we'll be having a counseling session from after now until 1:30. So if you're interested, please just go under the gallery. Go under the gallery and register. So we'll have the counselors come attend to you. And as I said earlier, the session continues tomorrow at 9 a.m. Please join us tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Invite as many persons as you want, as you can, and as you wish to see them grow and become the best version of themselves. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you tomorrow. God bless you.